And a gruesome discovery last week in a cemetery led to a long and tedious search for clues, but the crime remains unsolved.
And 2 victims were found. They had been shot, and police hope Crime Stoppers cash and the promise of anonymity will lead to answers in their deaths. Here's Greg Glover.
You just never know what bit of information will spring a case like this wide open and lead to a killer or killers. If you have information about the crime, yes, we want to hear from you, but we'd also like to hear more about the victims, about who they palled around with, and where they were the last days of their lives. You could get reward cash even if you don't know specifically about their murders.
Every single victim is important to us, no matter their age or what their background is.
On June 20th, the victims were 20-year-old Thomas Holder and 17-year-old Rayshawn Underwood. Found in Highland Memorial Gardens off Highway 153, they'd been shot. The discovery of their bodies led to an hours-long search of the property by an army of investigators, officers, and trainees. Chattanooga Police Sergeant Victor Miller says many questions remain unanswered.
We're still working with the medical examiner's office to determine the exact cause and time of death, and if we can determine through the investigation where the incident occurred at.
Help has been coming in from the community, but investigators are still looking for important pieces of the puzzle. Helpful bits of information you can provide may not even be related to the crime.
Part of our investigation is to determine exactly what the victim was doing immediately prior to their death and as far away as 24 to 48 hours and even weeks prior to their death. So if you have any information, if you saw the victim or victims, it could be that you know the victim was into an altercation prior. It could be that someone was mad at them. Any little thing that you know about the victim or the potential suspect, provide that information.
Up to $1,000 reward is on the table. Were you out late last Monday night into Tuesday morning? Call Crime Stoppers and describe any suspicious vehicles you may have seen in the area of the cemetery.
Crime Stoppers is a great program where you can call in and provide information and no one will ever know who called. We will never ask for your name or information. You simply call in, provide what information you have, and you're provided with a tip number.
And you'll keep that tip number throughout the process, even through receiving the cash reward should that tip lead to an arrest. Call tonight with anything you know. 698-3333 is the number. Help deliver justice for these 2 grieving families and to this community. David Lawrence.